Yes, welcome back. You are still watching Flourishing Hub, and I'm here with Brenda, a very interesting sports lady. She actually loves sports. I'm surprised you've even done more than basketball.
Yeah, actually, I've tried a couple of sports. I've played netball, played volleyball,
Wow.
tried to play skating, tried some skating. Yes,
A true sports lady here.
and also did some swimming. Yeah,
Ah, okay, that's quite interesting. I should come for swimming lessons though.
you should, though I'm not very good though.
Oh well, okay. We were discussing how you manage actually being around men. How do you manage that? How do you, because of course you need to have a say and they need to listen to you.
True.
So how do you maneuver through that?
I think I was born for this
Mm.
because, like I've told you previously, I've been playing with men. You're the only lady. I think it is just inborn in me that I'm here to shine. Like I'm
Yeah.
here to work. I'm here. I can work with any gender.
Mm.
Yes. Um, I think also your work ethic. My work ethic
Very
maybe
important.
is very key
Yeah.
because you need to be on time. You need to do things at the right time. You need to be very organized as well. Yeah.
And there is no time you felt like maybe they're putting you down. Have you ever come across such a time?
Apparently, I think I have not. I've not had such a
Whereby
time.
if they're making decisions and they feel like no, this is a lady, has that such a time come?
No, that time has not come because I normally even sit down with the coaches and tell them, you know what, this is this. We're supposed to do this. This is happening. So also with the managers, I try to sit with them, and a few times they have told me, Brenda, this won't work or something of the sort. At least we try it and see it won't work.
So you discuss amicably.
Very.
Oh, that's
They are my friends. The fact that I met them, like I make them my friends. So it is easy for me to open up and tell them and discuss. Actually, my coach once was Coach Eric. He's an A1 challenge coach. He was my best friend. Like we even call ourselves besties. Even the players would know it. Hey, that is Coach's bestie, because I used to confide in him. Like he's also one of my mentors. He groomed me to be a good leader as well, and also I started confiding in him. Yeah, in case I had an issue, I would tell him openly. He would advise me. The fact that he loves God, he would read scriptures for me and tell me, brother, you have to do this and that. Yeah, basically, I make the people I work with my friends. Yes.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Your coach has been a good coach, like you mentioned, and you've also mentioned that you lead a team right now. You're still in the managerial part, but you somehow still lead the team. Now, in case there is a fight or something, how do you resolve that, especially among team members? Maybe there's something that is not going on quite well. How do you resolve such matters?
So basically, in case there is an issue, the first we follow protocol. The first thing is the captain. The captain is responsible for the team. So whatever happens, the captain must be in question. Why is this going on? And if it has gone on, maybe the issues that the players have, she'll come and have to raise it.
Yeah.
They'll have to come and raise it to me, and then I would be able to inform the management, the entire team. Yes, and then we'll have to find a solution for that.
So, what's your approach on building a high performing team?
Uh, my approach is, first of all, the work ethic. You need to put in. The team has to put in work. I want to deal with people or players that are dedicated, that are really dedicated, that are ready to be coached, that are ready to put in the work. I don't like mediocrity, so
Ah, team.
I would love to aim for the best.
Yeah.
So to be on the team, or for me to work with you, you need to be, your work ethic has to be very good. If it is time for training, when you say training begins at 4 or 5, please be there on time, because you'll be questioned why you came in late for the training. and also there is a punishment for that. Yes.
So that's the discipline.
That is the
you actually-
discipline we really instill in the players, or the players have to have.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
So how do you prioritize goals and the tasks as a now you're having a managerial role.
Sure.
How do you prioritize tasks and say, now we're setting this goal?
Actually, as we begin the season, we normally sit down with the team, and also as a club, we have our vision and the mission. So we always sit down with a team or with the players as well. Actually, I'm supposed to sit down with the players, all the new recruits, and then give them what our vision as a club is. Then from there, we tell them the goals we set our actually we tell them what the goal is for every season. Yeah, what the goal is. So we set how we are going to achieve the goal.
How do you contribute to that? You as a manager.
Me as a manager, I talk to the team. I have to talk to the players themselves. Tell them this and this has to be done. This is our goal as a club. This is our goal as a club. And every player is supposed to do this and that. So you give them what they are supposed to do and what they are supposed to achieve as a player. Everyone has to know their role on the team. Yeah.
So I understand that there's a lot of also traveling involved. How do you guys navigate the new environment? You know, when you're going for a game, new challenges.
Actually, when you're going for the games, we always have to communicate. We always have schedules for our games. So everyone knows what time the game is, and we always tell players you have to be 1 hour before the game.
Yeah.
You come in late, you're not going to play. So that within, like in case of maybe delays of traffic and all that, you're not caught up.
Yeah,
We
that's
know within that 1 hour, you'll reach maybe 30 minutes late. Yeah, for that game.
Yeah.
If you have to travel like the way we travel for the outreach programs, we go up country to Mbarara, to Fort Portal. So we always have arrangements, and you're supposed to be there. Like the games are an hour before the traveling time. So if you're not there an hour, just know you're not going to go with us. So yes, that is how we do the preparations.
Yeah, I think that is that's
That is
reasonable
part
and
of discipline. If you're not there within 1 hour, then
indeed, so you have to be there on time.
on time.
Okay. Then also I understand before starting a game there has to be a bit of motivation. You know, to lift the spirits. What do you tell your teammates, your team leaders, your team
Yeah.
before they go for a game?
Before they go for the game, we always tell them have fun.
Ah,
Have fun.
okay, that's interesting.
Because when you're playing the game and you're not having fun, you're not going to, do your best. Do what you feel is going to make the team win.
Yeah, that's
Is playing for each other. Play for each other. You can't do it alone. You can't carry the whole team by yourself. The fact that you are a team of, for us we play 5 on court, you're a team of 5, or you're 10, it depends on the sport, or 11 like football. I always tell my players, before you step on court, we first pray. Yes, first pray.
Very key.
Very key, because in God we trust.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so you tell them to pray and then also have fun. Yes, the coaches will be on the sideline telling you this and this, but are you having fun on court?
Yeah.
And if you're having fun, that means you'll do what the coaches are telling you, and also to be good listeners.
Yeah, very important.
Yes, very good listeners, because there was a time of panic, like maybe you're head to head with a team, and there are some instructions that are coming on, they're coming in on court, and they need to be communicated to the entire team. So everyone on court has to be a good listener. Yes.
Now, team members need structure, they need unity. How do you come in and actually ensure that the team has a togetherness, that the team are united, and that they love each other? Because I know sometimes there are clashes between team members.
Sure.
But the moment you go on court, you need to put that all aside. You're playing as a team. So how best do you keep these people together?
Apparently, we made sure they have their own group. Yes,
So it's
besides the management group.
okay, that's interesting.
They're able to communicate freely without knowing, the manager is here, the coach is here, I can't communicate a certain thing. So they hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
They hold each other accountable. They are even able to organize their get-togethers, like a team bond for themselves, so that they get to know each other better. Yes. So the captain is now responsible about making sure that everyone is a sister, everyone is together with the team. Because when they come and everyone has a divided mind about the other player, it becomes very hard to play together. So yes, we made sure that the captains make a group so they can discuss and talk anything about the game or about the team.
Okay.
And also making sure that there is communication on training days and before games about each player to know how they are doing. Yes.
Okay, that's I think it's quite a good thing. Then also, how do you measure the success of a team? How do you know that yes, this team is thriving and it's going places?
I think it is upon the level you achieve every year, because every season.
Yeah.
Have you really tried to achieve? You may not have achieved, but have you tried to achieve the goal that you set? Yeah. For example, I'll give an example of Livingstone, because I'm an administrator there. So 2021 they won a championship. They went to another level of Division 1. They've won 2023. They won the championship again. They went to NBL. So the more wins or the level at which you are shows your progress as a team. Yes.
Okay. So what motivates you to keep on going as a manager? What motivates you every day? Because you would love to play, but right now you cannot play because of your other schedule and all that. So what motivates you to keep on going?
First of all, I love that game.
Yeah.
The love of the game keeps me going. Although as a person, I also have, like I've told you, I have people who mentor me, who I look up to. They really push me to really go on with my career of basketball. Yeah, I really look at them, and then they would give me good advice. Personally, my goal is to work with the national team, the national team. Yeah. So that is really my goal. So I can't stop because I'm not yet there. Yes.
Okay. Have you thought of going back to play?
Yeah, I
If an
did.
opportunity comes, would you actually
Apparently
consider?
now competitive, no. I will
Not
not take.
competitive.
Yes, not competitive, but I can play just for fun, like corporate leagues, just for fun. Yes, because it all starts with, are you having fun?
Yeah, yeah.
But competitive, I also want other younger people to come in and enjoy the sport, like I've did.
Oh, you want younger?
Younger than me.
Okay, okay. So, I know that sometimes it's not always rosy. Sometimes you may not be able to win every game.
True.
So, how do you deal with maybe an underperforming member or members?
Uh, okay, I wouldn't say an underperforming member, because we all contribute as a team.
Yeah.
We all contribute as a team. So I don't like having a blame game, because there are times that someone comes, that game is really, it's not good. Okay, we always call it a bad day in office.
Oh, yeah.
So so there are times we really have a bad day in office,
Yeah.
but I would call upon other team members. How have you tried to cover out for the other person who has had a bad day in office? So it is teamwork. If we to failing or we've lost some games, it is teamwork.
Teamwork.
We lose as a team, we win as a team. So, but if it is to personal basis, I think you look at what you didn't do well in that game and go work on it. Yes. We always have videos, so every player would view the video and see what they didn't do right. So we go back on training days, and then the coaches will work with each and every one. Yes.
Is there training on an individual level, maybe?
Yeah, it is. We have to put in, as a sports person, you don't need to wait for the training days only, because you will, like our teams, most of the clubs have like 2 or 3 training days. Those are not enough for a sports player.
For a sports player, that's true.
Competitive, if you want to do it on a competitive level, you need like almost like 4 or 5 days a week. Yes, so you need to put in personal work.
Yeah.
So in most cases, we work with coaches. We call upon the coaches. Those ones who are available can work with the coaches on the schedule they would have for them.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's very okay.
Yes.
And how do you deal with tight deadlines, competitive priorities, and just deadlines? You have a deadline, you have a game that you have to train for it. How do you deal with that?
In most cases, it is communication. For example, if you have a really tight schedule or a deadline, you need to communicate. I don't know if I'm answering your question well. Yes, you need to communicate. If you won't be around for the game, you need to still communicate, but compensate.
Okay.
Compensate for that time.
Yeah.
Yes, that's when we need to put in extra days of workout.
Okay, so what can you tell to a youth out there who wants to join basketball? And they're like, I'm short. Maybe I'm not tall enough for the game. You know, most of the people, actually, I've had friends who love the sport and they would actually try it, but they have this notion. Actually, I want you to demystify this before even you giving us, that most people think that for you to be a good basketballer, you need to have the height. How true is that?
It's false, I would say. You need the skill. The skill set is very important in basketball. You may have the height, but the skill set lets you down. Because we have 5 positions we play, and those ones also require different. The height also matters. For example, for a point guard, you don't need a very tall person who will point the ball up here. We need someone who is a little bit low, who can push the ball, who can control the ball. No one can steal the ball from them. So it doesn't matter the height. It matters the skill. Yes, the skill set matters a lot. That's why we have training, personal skill. They always try to train everyone to be up to.
Okay.
So the height does not matter. I am not very tall. I'm 5'6", so I'm not very tall.
But what would be the ideal height? We see NBLs, those guys are very...
Yeah, they're very tall.
Scary, but yeah.
For us in Uganda, we're not so much endowed with heights, so we need to use what we have.
True.
Though, your height shouldn't let you not play the sport. Yes. As long as you have the skill, as long as you love the game, you can work upon it. You can do something. If you cannot shoot the ball, you can pass the ball. If you cannot pass the ball, you can dribble the ball. There are very many things you can incorporate in.
The people who are actually quite fast in the
Other short people.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this certain friend of mine, he's short, but he plays basketball. He loves it.
Exactly.
But he's very fast. He's very, very fast.
So every height in basketball is very important because every height has advantage. The short people can run. The tall people can shoot the ball like that. They're next to the hoop, like we said, they're next to God.
Okay.
So really, every height can play the game because we have different positions. Yes.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So I want you to speak to youths out there who are interested in joining a sport, but because of 1, 2, or 3 things. Also, there are some youths who love certain sports, but maybe due to some challenges, or maybe the parents do not even want to them to join that sport. Personally, I said, my child and rugby, I wouldn't want.
Actually, the advice I would have, let me start with the parents. Really, you need to let your kid do what they love. For example, I hear of some stories. Someone will do a degree. I'm like, I'm doing it for my parents. And that is not what they wanted to do. And then after doing that degree, they'll go and do what they love to do. So it starts with the support of the parent. If my parent didn't support me or let me do what I really wanted to do, I think I would not be this far.
That's true.
And I think she's very happy that I'm here and I'm doing what I really love. It's the same thing like profession. Do what you love. If you don't do what you love, then you'll end up doing something else. Yes,
that's true.
So my advice is parents should support their children. If a child comes and tells you I want to do this, please support them. It may not be financially, but the emotional support really the youth out there really need it, because they go through a lot, and with sport helps them in like we talked about mental health. You're stressed. When I'm stressed, I go and play my basketball. I come back when I'm very refreshed. Yes. So my advice to the youth out there, first and foremost, get a mentor. That is number one. Very important. That is how you have a vision ahead of you. Have a mentor. Then also, maybe get the right people to train you in a sport. Get the right people. Sometimes we look at people, but then they're not the right people to take us in, to take us through.
And staying healthy as well.
Exactly. Stay
No
healthy.
junk.
No junk. If you want to be a good sports person, no junk.
Yeah. And also I want you to speak to the teachers. You know, there's some teachers who actually bring down kids because probably they're not good in class, but they're actually good at a certain sport. You know, there's some schools that embrace sports. So yeah, I also want you to speak to the teachers in the schools offering sports opportunities out there.
To the teachers, I would tell them not to stop kids from doing sports, because you never know what the future holds. What the future holds. You may find maybe the blessing is that talent is going to earn them even more than what that profession does. Like, because now sport is going into professional. It's not the amateur that we used to know. So encourage them. Maybe even the sport will help them perform better, because the coaches or the teachers of the sports will talk to them. They will encourage them, because you can't be playing a sport and you're not performing well in class. So just encourage them to do the sport, although let them be talked to. Yes.
Okay, then I want you to give us your final words to the public out there.
The public, my final words would be: follow what you love doing, your passion, trust God, and all the young people, young female, I would encourage you, go for it. It does not matter who you are. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Trust God that He will guide you in everything that you do, and have discipline.
Well, there you have it from Brenda here, our dearest sports lady. I'm going to give you sports lady as your name. I hope you accept it.
Everyone calls me sometimes.
Yes. So I was not so far. But yes, you heard it from Brenda. Of course, she has given us very many insights about the basketball game. She has told you, in case you love a game, please make sure that you actually work hard, have the passion for it. It is very, very important. You cannot do a sport if you do not have the passion. You'll quit very fast before you even go further. But yes, of course, and also advice to all those young athletes who want to join a sport, but because of one reason or the other, they are unable to. You have been advised to join it. If you love it, then definitely join in, and you never know what it might hold for you. You never know what the future holds for you. And of course, we are always here to empower the youth, to bring you great insights, and of course, make sure that even whatever you desire, it is just in the tip of your hands. You can do it if you choose to go for it. But yes, that's it from the Flourishing Hub. Thank you for always staying tuned to Church of Uganda Family TV. Every Saturday afternoon, we have this and, of course, many more. I am Hope Nyongereza, and I am going to wish you a blessed afternoon.